The agility T-test, again, another simple drill to do. You have set out the course, as you can see in the diagram here. You've got one cone 10 meters from the other cone, and then that second cone has cones 5 meters either side of it. And then you starting from one cone, sprint, touch the middle cone, sidestep to the left, touch the left cone, sidestep to the right, touch the right cone, back to the middle, touch the middle cone, and then back pedal. So you would have seen this exercise on the agility videos. It's a simple test to do. As long as you're consistent with whether you touch the cones or don't touch the cones, it's pretty easy to get a consistent run. Start the clock when the guy moves, stop the clock when the line is crossed, and that is a simple agility test, but it tells us all we really need to know. Strength testing, one-legged squat, close grip push-up, plank, simple test just to give us an idea of what we're doing. So a one-legged squat, you can just judge the angle that your athlete gets in relation to the floor and his thigh bone. So if you're looking at the video, you can see the test. You literally do a one-legged squat, and then you judge at what depth did the thigh bone get to, and then you note down a degree score. Maybe you got down to 135 degrees, maybe you got down to parallel 90 degrees, maybe you got even below that. Always do it on both legs and always write down their worst score. So you're as strong as your weakest link. So if I can do a 90-degree squat on my right leg and barely break 150 on my left, we know that we've got an issue on the left-hand side, and our weakness in a game is going to be based on that left-hand side and how strong that becomes. So that's an easy, quick test to do. Again, sprinting again is easy. All you need is a stopwatch and a distance. So it could be 100 meters on an athletics track, or it could be a length of a rugby field. Remember, different rugby fields are not always 100 meters, so you just need to make sure the distance is consistent. And then literally you have your athlete assume whichever start position they want, hit the stopwatch when they first move, stop it when they cross the line, and then we've got some information and data. Simple stuff to do this. You can really get it done quickly. Just look at these 4 tests. Say we've done our warm-up, 10-minute warm-up, vertical jump takes 40 seconds. T-test, agility test, if you're just doing one go, then it takes 7 to 8 seconds, something like that. Maybe a bit longer, a bit shorter, depending on the athlete. If we're looking at taking a second go, then maybe it's going to take 5 minutes to do it. So I was thinking about the 7 to 8 seconds. Depends on who's looking here. In general, it's fairly quick, so it's probably a little bit more than that. Strength-wise, again, 3 strength measures. One set of each, that takes again 5 minutes. So you can see how quick all this stuff is. Length of a field, again, ensure you've done a couple of run-throughs before you go full pelt. Then we're hitting out a sprint of a field. And you want to start to try and break into this more fuller testing system, which gives us more elements to consider. So that's what we try and look for after the first one, definitely. So the fuller test looks at more different aspects. We've got body weight and body fat. So again, we're looking at body composition now. This is going to measure the success of our nutrition routine in correlation with our training plan. There are posture tests and muscle function tests. You can see some of the stuff we talk about later on in future modules. We've got obviously the strength power. I'd still use vertical jump for strength power because it's real standard data. It gives you all you need to know pretty much, and it's highly correlated with sprint performance. They've done millions of studies on vertical jump and this aspect of one sport and another sport. So it's a good test for vertical jump, is for power. Then we've got strength. So we're coming in for 5 reps here as a strength test. So pure strength is how much you can lift in one movement, but that has real powerful training session, but it's also very brings lots of risks with the effects of possibly injuring an athlete, especially if they haven't got a good background in strength training. So especially if they get competitive, it's probably not ideal. So a 5 rep strength max, which is basically how many reps can I do in how much weight can I move for 5 reps. We could do it in the main exercises: squats, bench presses. We could do chin-ups with a weight if necessary, bent over rows if you don't want to do it in that sense. We've got one-legged squats like you saw in the easy test, the depth that we get to.